Howdy, folks, and welcome back to WandaVision. We are at the series finale, which is what I kind of predicted. I think a lot of people assume that. I think we were told ahead of time that this was just one series, one season. I heard a lot of people saying, well, there might be a season 2. I don't think so. If there is, it's going to be after the next phase, maybe. They'll come back and do another Wanda, Scarlet Witch sort of show, but this series, WandaVision, is concluding, apparently, unless they're tricking us with the title, which they could very well be doing. All right, 49 minutes. Now that's like 22 minutes of credits. I exaggerate, but probably about 10 minutes of credits. So at least it's about a 40-minute episode, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I'm very excited to see where this goes. Marvel released a little video earlier where a couple of the stars were saying, please don't spoil it for other people, which apparently I haven't been paying attention to the movie releases, but apparently that's something they only did before with Endgame. So apparently there's some big stuff in here. So we'll see. Going into this, I have questions I want answered, as everybody does. For instance, is Agatha going to be an enemy or a frenemy? I think she might be a frenemy, meaning that she's not exactly a friend, but she's kind of an ally. And maybe she's going to kind of try to mentor Wanda a little bit, which is I know it's hard to accept. When the last time we saw her, she had Wanda's kids, or what Wanda thinks are her kids, strung up and, leashed. That's not a good way to start your alliance. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think it will. I think it'll end up somehow being that way. Maybe enemy of my enemy is my friend sort of thing. I don't know. We have Vision, and we have the drone Vision, the sword Vision, whatever you want to call them. Are they going to fight? I thought to myself after last episode, I said, what does Hayward want? Why would he want to go in there and attack what's inside the hex? He's got power. He got power for his vision, his sentient weapon. Isn't he done? Isn't he satisfied? What else does he need? Does he want to try to see if he can get the vision that's in there to merge with this one? Does he want that? Does he want to eliminate Wanda? I can't see that he wants to eliminate Wanda. Is he actually, now that he's got what he wants, he's going to say, okay, now I'm going to do my real job and protect the world by putting an end to this hex thing? Doesn't seem right for him. He seems like a little sleazebag, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. And where are Monica and Darcy and Vision, of course. He's flying there. So I imagine he'll show up pretty soon. So let's get started. I'm sure we're going to talk a lot about this episode when it's over. So here we go. And during it, of course. Yeah, folks, I got the same problem that apparently a lot of people have. Disney Plus just doesn't want to serve up WandaVision right now. Very frustrating. I've taken a couple of breaks to see if it will resolve itself, and it's not. It plays a few seconds and then just does this, and then eventually gives me an error code. So I'll keep trying, and when it's playing, I'll be back. Yeah, it's now 3 a.m. on the West Coast. Still not working. I'll be back. So far, so good. We're in the previously on, and the secret is, of course, go get a VPN, folks, if you don't have one. I read an article when I was searching to see if anybody's run into this problem that said that people in England had watched it successfully without a problem. So I VPN'd into Great Britain, and I'm watching it from there. Woohoo! I'm excited. Woohoo! Nice. She's trying to capture some of her magic. Oh, come on, Wanda. You don't have to keep shooting energy at her. You have the power of creation. You could create a huge iron block above her head that drops onto her. I mean, you don't need to hit her with energy. Yep. You don't need to attack her directly. First of all, I was going to say, how Wizard of Oz is that? And then, of course, we see that she's not in her boots anymore. That's the wrong one. How's she going to react? Not her lover. Yes! Vision on Vision. Is she stuck? Okay. So he's holding her prisoner. Now we know he's an agent of Agatha's. But does he have any sort of free will?
I can hear you from in here.
So I love how inside the hex, at least inside the hex, hex vision, all his powers, which means he should be able to shoot a beam of energy out of the Mind Stone, right? I still want to know, what does Hayward want with him? Well, there's unfortunately Jimmy, but what does Hayward want? What is he trying? Wanda Maximoff must be destroyed. Why? Like, all of a sudden he's become a good guy? We're going to find out. But all of a sudden he's become a good guy who wants to protect the citizens and free them from her rule, so he needs to kill her? I don't know. I don't get it.
My favorite member of the Bureau. Vision.
That's a good one, Hayward.
Come on, Jimmy. Confirmed. It is the Darkhold. There it is. Everybody was thinking this might be the Darkhold. The one we I read comics, but I'd never read comics with the Darkhold. So the first time I ever came across the Darkhold was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So people were saying this might be the Darkhold, which was the same book we found in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which, interestingly enough, ties in a little... Anyway, not in WandaVision. We're not going to get things like... things we saw in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's just say that in case you haven't seen it. I don't want to spoil you.
Scarlet destiny to destroy.
Sorcerer Supreme mention. Check. I still think we're going to get Doctor Strange. Oh, she's going to try to cut everybody free, and hopefully enough of them will maybe rebel. There'll be enough confusion, enough anger that it'll affect Wanda.
You fan of Steven Seagal?
It is Ralph. See the name? Aha, she could see the magic. Her hand's getting worse. What the heck? Wanda's hand is getting worse. It's like almost decayed. She's taking the hex down. What's that going to do to Vision? Oh, she's not taking the hex down completely. She's just opening a door for them to get out.
Going in.
And them to come in. Oh no, he can't survive. He's breaking apart. Since the hex is opening up, he's starting to break apart. No, I wanted him to be able to survive. I wanted Vision to come out of this, but... Oh, they're breaking apart too. They aren't going to survive either. A lot of people speculated about that. Come on, Doctor Strange, please. Was that opening enough for him to get in? Oh, yeah. Can you convince him that he's the real Vision? And that if his directive is to destroy the Vision, that he has to destroy himself? She's gone orange. So, I don't know if she's Photon. I don't know what Photon's powers are. So I'm learning them as everybody else does, but this is, well, a lot of other people are. This is interesting. We've seen the kind of ice-colored eyes, blue-colored eyes, whatever, and seeing the magic effects and the energy, but yellow was kind of absorbing energy? Because the bullets are just falling out. Darcy!
Have fun in prison.
Okay, so he's getting the memories back. And this is a great way to pause, because I was told from other reactors who know about this version of Vision, that he had all the memories but didn't have the emotions and the emotional connections, and he wouldn't love Wanda. So is he going to get the love back too, or just the memories here? It's gone yellow, and then back to white. Oh, it worked on her! Oh, this is cool. Wanda's... what did Quicksilver call it? Well, whatever. Her little wisps and nightmares worked against Agatha. Is she going to trap her here? That would be awesome. She did say that the Scarlet Witch is more powerful than Sorcerer Supreme. So I guess that meant that if Wanda just knew how to use her powers better, she could easily defeat Agatha, right?
Difference between.
Well, she turned it around. Wanda's up to something. She's not just giving it away. I could see her getting to the point where she's like, you know what, this is just, all my pain comes from what the Mind Stone did to me and who I am, and I want to give it up. I could see that, but I also think that she's up to something else. She going to reverse it? If the Scarlet Witch is this powerful, is the beam going to reverse and come the other direction now? Or not? She's still got power. She's floating. Come on, Wanda. This was a trick, right? Oh, yeah. She's fine. Oh, she learned. She learned. She put those same runes around the hex. She learned from Agatha. Agatha told her to look at those runes. She put them around the whole hex. Only she can use her magic in here now. That's awesome. No. Are you going to die, Agatha? I think she might kill you. That's the vision. That was the vision that she had from the Mind Stone. I love her new outfit. Who was it that promised her? I think it was Joss Whedon promised her that when Ultron, he said, you'll never have to wear that outfit from the comics. And I just love this outfit. It's honestly so much better.
No.
She's kind of mind controller.
I'm sorry.
How can the soldiers still be controlled by Agatha's power? They're still frozen. Did Agatha freeze them or did he freeze them? That's Billy, right? This Tommy? She's shrinking it back down. Is she only going to put it around her home and Agatha's, which is actually Ralph's home? Is she going to do that? I had to check how much time is left. I don't want it to end like this. Or is this sad because she's going to shrink it all the way down to nothing and knows that they're all going to die? Is that what's going on here? It's coming. She is going to collapse it on, and they're all going to go away. Where's Darcy? Be sure to tell her that you've unlocked the memories of the other one.
Just wanted to see you.
Very, very touching ending. Love it. He's crying. He's disassembling his Mind Stone energy. She's dressed exactly as she was when she built this place. The only change, right, is that Agatha is still there. I imagine we're gonna see that before we go, that she's still there, just so that people are reminded of that. 11 minutes left. Like 10 of them are credits. Dang it! I take it Agatha's saying before she went, saying, "You don't know what you've done," is going to tie into the whole multiverse of madness thing, right? She's seriously screwed with these people. She owes them a lot. I mean, they'd all be within their rights to accuse her of a crime, to sue her. Just, oh my God, she's done so much to them. She's kidnapped them. She's falsely imprisoned them. Love her outfit. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the main show. I'm sure there's going to be a post-credit scene. I hope. Please. 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 I mean, it's a great story, but I want some tie-in to the next... Yes. I want some tie-in to the next adventure, so here we go.
Evidence collection can begin.
Yeah. Obviously, I have to do some disaster relief triage sort of situation here. Guess we're not getting Doctor Strange. Skrulls, as we knew. Nick Fury, right? Old friend of your mother's, heard you've been grounded. Up there. Nick Fury. So no Doctor Strange. Dang it. Although what Wanda did must be what ties into the multiverse of madness with Agatha's whole, you don't know what you did. You have no idea what you just did sort of thing. We don't have another post-credit scene, do we? Because sometimes, Marvel will do 2 of them. Yes, we do. Okay. This one maybe will tie into the next movie. Is this where Wanda is? Yeah. She's isolating herself. Now we'll get the Doctor Strange. She's reading the Darkhold. So are we to take from this that she's like subconsciously reading the Darkhold, or that this is her and she's projecting that Wanda just wandering around just doing household chores? Those were her sons. Was she trying to learn the magic to make them permanent? Is that what she was trying to do there? And she's able to do that by hearing, she just heard their voices saying, help me please, or help us. Very cool. I'm going to go back and freeze on that because I just love her outfit. And her glowing red eyes is really cool. Wow. All the theories, all the fan theories about some bigger bad, they're all wrong. At least in this series. I mean, there might be some bigger bad. I mean, obviously the bigger bads exist in the Marvel world, in the Marvel canon, so they exist, but they're not in this series. No Mephisto or anything else. No Nightmare. It's all Wanda. Wanda's powerful enough. I like how she learned the little trick and was able to defeat Agatha by turning her own trick against her, by imprisoning, not imprisoning her, but by trapping her, I guess, magically in an area, which in this case was the whole hex, where she couldn't use her power. And then Wanda going ahead and trapping Agatha in a personality. So now Agnes / Agatha, I guess, is going to be living with Ralph, who now isn't imprisoned, and he's going to be like, who the hell are you, or whatever, or I don't know how that's going to all work out. But she'll be there if Wanda needs her, just as she said, really cool. So I guess in a way she almost does become a frenemy. She was definitely full enemy, but now that she's got her kind of imprisoned, she can be pulled out to help with things or answer questions maybe in the future, as long as Wanda prepares the space where she's going to be, right? So that she can't use her magic. Really cool things where Wanda was learning her power, using her power. You knew she wasn't going to die in this, but dang, I actually started worrying about it when she was giving up her power and how bad she looked. But then I noticed she was still floating, and she can't float with no power. As we saw, because Agatha, when her power was drained from her, she fell to the ground. No Doctor Strange. Darn it. I thought for sure in the second after-credit scene, I guess there's a mid-credit scene, and this is the after-credit scene, that we might have seen him. But no, it's just Wanda learning from the Darkhold, learning more magic, and it sounds like learning to be able to manifest her twin sons as real beings in the real world, which I'm guessing is going to happen. But did she open up the multiverse? Is that what Agatha was not complaining about, but was warning her about? And that is going to set into the multiverse of madness. And then if you have to wonder, the Spider-Man Far From Home, I think, takes place canonically after this, or after the events of WandaVision, not necessarily after what we're seeing here, because we don't know how long this has been. And there's mention of the multiverse. And the Skrulls mention it, the ones that are pretending, to be Fury. And I'm just wondering if, even though it appeared in Far From Home that the bad guy wasn't really from another dimension of the world, is it something that is known by that time by certain people, so that the mention of it wasn't crazy? And then of course at that time also Captain Marvel was unavailable. All the Avengers were unavailable. What was going on? And then we've got, I don't know when Multiverse of Madness takes place. Does it take place before or after Far From Home? I think after Far From Home, technically. I don't know. And what's going to happen there? And I really want to see Wanda and Doctor Strange interact, which is why I really wanted to see him here, but no. So everybody was right? When they were guessing Paul Bettany was pulling a fast one on everybody. and saying that the surprise actor is going to be an actor he's always wanted to work with, and it turns out to be himself, where he gets that great scene with him and himself talking, philosophy and unlocking his memories and so forth. So now that Vision is out in the world, has got all the memories, and the comic book fans who've read that storyline in West Coast Avengers, I think, say he doesn't have the emotion of Vision. So he's out there as Vision, knows everything that happened, knows that he was in love with Wanda, doesn't feel it because he doesn't have any emotions. So is he going to play a part? Are we going to see him in future Avengers stories or things of that nature? A lot of stuff to digest here. I love her outfit. That is so cool. It is such a great, with a top, with a nod to the comics, but it's not the comics. It's awesome. I love it. Actually, I don't know if it's not the comics. I know it's not the comics that I keep seeing images of. There might be, stories with Scarlet Witch where that outfit is very similar to the one she wears. I don't know. You guys need to tell me, because I haven't read the comics since I was like 16. So, not that I don't like them. It's just that I haven't had time. I loved them when I was younger. I would consume X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, all sorts of stuff. So I really loved it. Mostly read my friends. I didn't have enough capital to start my own collection. So that's pretty cool. If you know Dave Dyson, say hi to him. He's the one whose comics I read. So we hung out in school a bit. So I think he's a comedian in the Bay Area now. Anyway, last I heard. I don't know what else to say. The big theories didn't pan out for people. My hope and theory that Doctor Strange would appear didn't pan out. But it was still a very good ending, to a solid ending to a good story. A love story, right? I mean, when you boil it down, it was her grief for losing everything, including losing Vision at the end, that caused all of this to happen. She fabricated, as she said herself, that he's her love. He's all these things, but he's her love too. She put so love into him because she needed that love. She created 2 children out of that love, and now she's trying to manifest them in real life. So it's a major love story, is what it is, what it turns out to be. Magic love story, which I think is. I don't know. I need to rewatch this. I was so frustrated because of the Disney Plus outages. And by the way, yeah, get a VPN. I finally just got the VPN connected to the UK and watched it there, and it worked great. Not a single problem, not a hitch. I need to rewatch it again and digest more, and maybe I'll have more to comment on. I don't know. Maybe as I do reactions to, I might do a reaction to the making of, which I think is coming next week. And then, of course, there's Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I will react to. I'm sure I will enjoy it. It's just I don't think it's going to be as meaty as WandaVision was. I just fear, but I'll react to it and see. And I might talk about more WandaVision stuff next week if I react to the making of, and also in the Falcon and Winter Soldier if more things come to my mind. But anyway, I want to go watch it again right now, guys. So I apologize that I don't have more to say. But if you have anything to add in the comments, any observations I completely missed, any answers to my questions, I would really like to hear from you. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.